We begin tonight a little bit in the past. It's October 1970 in Montreal. Alexander, things have been rough for the Sabbat. The Sabbat has owned Montreal for a very long time now, but in the past few years, the Camarilla has been making intense efforts to try and retake it. And they didn't do it the way you might have expected them to, which is to kind of come out and all-out assault you guys. They did it very insidiously by slowly but surely taking all the power of the mortal realm around you. And so you find yourself here on this night, approaching your sire, Anabelle, the cardinal who has held this city for the Sabbat for several decades now. You approach her with a little bit of news. She's standing on the balcony. She has, I wouldn't say a mansion, but she has a house, a haven that's built on the side of Mount Royal and overlooks most of the city. Things have not been going well. There have been various disturbances in the mortal world. Now, you know that behind the scenes what's going on is this effort by the Camarilla to retake the city. But what it's playing out as in the mortal world is a kidnapping of several important members of the human society, a minister, in fact, and a journalist. And a couple other attempts have been made at other people that were missed. There is a local terrorist group called the FLQ who is claiming responsibility for these acts. But the effect of them has been rather drastic. And as you come up and approach Anabelle, you have had that sinking feeling for a little while that time may be very short here in Montreal. And as you approach, she looks over and says, "That's not a face that brings good news."
Which news do you want first, the bad or the worse?
Is there one that's going to make me laugh?
Ruby is missing.
Where has that Zimshi gone off to?
Part of the definition of the word missing is we don't know.
I knew you'd make me chuckle.
One less would be Voivod.
I'm having trouble figuring out if that's the bad news or the worst news.
That's the bad news.
Ah.
But it's the funnier of the two.
Ruby was always very interesting, if somewhat off-putting. If she has abandoned ship, I'm guessing there are others who feel the same way. Is that what your worst news is, or there's something else?
The army is coming. The mortals are preparing to declare martial law.
How did the Camarilla amass so much power in so little time?
Maybe they read How to Win Friends and Influence People. I do not know.
Well, that's it then. We don't really have the means of fighting the army, now do we?
Fighting soldiers, it's been quite a while.
I guess we regroup then in the Citadel in Quebec City.
That simple, we just leave.
What would you have us do, Alexander? Stay here till we all die?
Leave some token force behind, something to weaken them, keep them on their toes. Younger packs, people that might be biting at the bit to make a name for themselves.
You think we should hold a little impromptu shovel party before we leave? A little goodbye gift?
Never leave an enemy stronghold completely intact. I was a soldier once, you know.
I know. And that's why you've been so incredibly helpful, Alexander. And even though we are perhaps being put on the back foot a little bit here, I see this merely as a battle lost and not the full war abandoned.
Of course not.
Speaking of poison gifts, is Anaika's cover still intact?
As far as I can tell, she's embedded herself like the proverbial tick in the Camarilla.
Can you get a final word to her? Tell her to keep her head low and to stay here and to do nothing until further notice to endanger her position here.
I'll make one final dead drop. Pardon the pun.
I knew you would make me chuckle. That's your greatest gift, Alexander. Humor. The greatest thing is that no one would assume you have it, and that is why it is so powerful when you unleash it on an unsuspecting world.
I suppose. I do not like retreats.
They are necessary tactically sometimes. You were a soldier once, you know this.
I know this. It does not mean I like them, and I do not like them thinking they gain this ground so easily.
We'll come back.
We better.
They have a new way of fighting, it seems. One that perhaps our more atavistic minds have failed to live up to, but we'll take some time, we'll study it, and when they least expect it, we'll come back. But we will come back. We held on to this place for too long to give it up. I will burn it to the ground before I let them have it.
I'll keep you to that.
See that you do.
You have my word.
Give the final orders. And if Ruby shows up, tell her she's made her bed. She can lay in it.
I was planning on staking her. How uncharacteristically merciful.
I was merely thinking of what the Camarilla would do with one such as Ruby in their midst. I think that would be something that would make me chuckle also.
Some people are sabotaged by their very existence.
True words, Alexander. You were a poet.
I'm touched. I'll go organize the troops.
This scene plays in your mind, Alexander. As you stand here overlooking the city, you find yourself now, so many years later, back here in Montreal. A lot has happened, a lot has gone on. You stand atop the CBC building. It stands like a relic of a bygone era. Its concrete walls, once a symbol of public trust and national connection, are streaked with grime and rain stains. The great block of brutalist architecture, cold, angular, stubborn, looms over the empty street. Once its windows glowed with the pulse of newsrooms and broadcast studios, the heartbeat of a country tuning in to its own reflection. Now those windows are black. The lobby doors are chained shut, and the great CBC logo, half peeled and faded, clings weakly to the facade. The CBC building was meant to endure, to be timeless in its strength. Instead, it has become a fossil of an era when people, in nightly rituals, still gathered around radios and televisions, when voices echoed through cables rather than clouds of data. The plaza outside, once busy with reporters and technicians on smoke breaks, is now empty, except for the wind and the hum of passing traffic. At night, the building feels less like a monument than a memory. It is massive, mute, nearly forgotten. It's a ghost of Canadian modernism, of national ambition poured into concrete. As the city moves on without it, the old CBC stands in silence, broadcasting nothing but its own obsolescence. This is where you stand tonight, Alexander, overlooking Montreal's East End and Jacques Cartier Bridge, where all of this began. As you wait for Anaika to show up. She's running late, but then again, she always did. And that's when you feel it. That first twinge. You're not sure what it is at first. A pull, emanating deep from within your blood, as if someone is running electrical current through it at low voltage. You smell sand and then burnt flesh and then blood baking on that sand. You hear those dying. You hear their voices calling you to glory, calling you to die. It subsides after a moment, but you know what it was. The first 3 taps of the wooden stave on the stage, calling everyone to enter the theater. The first notes of the beckoning. What are your thoughts as you stand here and feel this pull coming for you finally in your blood?
I think back to my faith, back to my discipline and my history, but mostly to my faith. Vampires are frequently called upon, demanded by greater forces. And I whisper out the old words that I read in fragments of the Book of Nod, not by your forgiveness, but my own will I survive? Will I live? Words of Cain to the angels. I bat the feeling away. I am not demanded by great blood gods. I am a free Cainite, and I will serve Cain, not them, and their whims and their little war.
Proverbial penny for your proverbial thought, says Anaika as she stands near you, having walked all the way up via the stairs, the dead building, onto the roof.
I'm picking my fingernails idly with my knife, and I look over at her. I'm thinking that we once ruled this place as a perfect kingdom of the dead, and now it is rotted through. I want to kill them all, but I don't have the men or the time.
What would you do after salt the earth? Make sure nothing ever grows here again, and then what? Move on to the next place. Become a biblical torment to every living being in this world?
Tempting. Or I could make this place a grand fortress to the great Dark Father.
Fortress of bone and ash is all you would have.
I shall drink only blood, I shall eat only ashes. Is that the old curse?
I don't know, Alexander. You were always much more into the old stories and the books than I was. But someone has to be, I guess.
You never had faith like I did.
No one did. I don't even think Anabelle had as much faith as you do.
Some do. Those I surround with myself now even outshine me in some ways.
There are so very, very few of them left, though.
But tell yourself it's an aberration. Tell yourself there cannot be awakening again of the faith of the Canaanites. Tell yourself it's all going to fall into ashes.
I suppose to expect anything else is simply to delude oneself.
We'll see who's deluded in the end.
Well, I myself hope not to see too much of it. I have some unfortunate news, but it is unfortunate news that may actually offer something.
Color me intrigued.
Arkham betrayed us. We met with the prince not too long after our little shovel party. The prince was as interested as you are in finding Anabelle for reasons that are her own. She didn't really share with us, but she gave us the same order you did, or rather, she made the same request of us that you did, which was to find Anabelle. And while I, of course, did not for one second think of bringing Anabelle to her rather than you, Arkham, I think, is trying to hedge his bets.
Hedge his bets?
I think he believes that in the end of it, the prince will still be standing, whereas you and, well, the rest of us will not. There are so very few of us left.
I have killed princes on my lonesome. How little faith. I'm tempted to be insulted.
I think with a bit more time to mold him properly, he would have been fine, but things moved too quickly. We were summoned by the prince, literally, the next moment after we left you. There's something going on there also, but I can't quite put my finger on it, and to be honest, I am not really interested in it. I am simply interested in our understanding. The one that you and I made. That if I bring you Anabelle, that you will let me go.
I will let you go, and his head will join the pile. Maybe I'll put up a guillotine.
Oh, very French of you. We're in La Belle Province, after all.
Excuse me. As a child of London, I am insulted. But I'll still let you live. But I might wound you first for that.
Well, while I'm still working for you, perhaps hold off on the maiming. A speakeasy cabaret on Saint Denis Street called the Fourth Wall. That is where I know Arkham was going to meet Anabelle. I don't know what the place means to her, but that is where he is meeting her. If you hustle, you may be able to, how shall we say, find them in flagrante delicto.
I suppose I should be going then.
If I hear anything else, of course, I'll let you know. And if you don't find them, do let me know. I'll continue looking on my side, see if there's anything else I can shake.
Indeed.
Kane, watch over you.
Praise be to the Dark Father.
Speaking of which, have you heard the same rumors I have of Lillin's cavorting about town.
Yes.
I do wonder.
Have not been a priority.
Put them on the list.
Religious disagreements eventually come up, don't they?
Well,
heretics will be dealt with after the servants of the antediluvians.
Almost feels like the old days. Mother and father fighting it out. Children run amok beneath them. Unsure of exactly what's going to happen. And that reminds me of my youth.
They can keep their weeping gardener of sorrows.
Was that a way with words? As she disappears down the stairs.
How high up am I?
Probably about 40 floors up.
How much damage would I take if I jumped from the roof?
How much fortitude do you have? Or potence?
I have 4 fortitude.
You have 4 fortitude? I'll let you jump. You just gotta make me, start by making me a rouse check, actually. Let's see how that's going.
I succeeded.
Excellent. Just for form, give me a strength and athletics roll, and, you know, don't muck it up, and you should be fine.
5 successes.
Well, not only do you do it, but you do it with style.
Superhero landing.
There are trees at the base. You probably crash through a couple of them and land as you will.
I proceed to my car and I start driving to the bar. Not the one that Anabelle is meeting at, but the one that we've made into our haven.
Excellent. Meanwhile, atop another tower, Kellen, from the rooftop where the Farin Five Roses sign stands, Montreal stretches in 2 directions at once, forward and backward. The air smells faintly of flower dust and the river's damp breath. Below, the old industrial building lies hollow and silent, its windows blind, its machinery long still. The brickwork is worn and tired, holding the memory of a time when the Five Roses Company filled the air with the sound of trucks, workers' shouts, the smells of baking grain. Above that emptiness, the red neon letters burn on. Farin Five Roses, a heartbeat suspended in time. The glow hums faintly, a mechanical pulse against the quiet. From up close, you can see the tubes tremble with heat, the red bleeding into the night like something half alive. The light seems trapped, caught between the darkness of the factory roof and the wide, indifferent sprawl of stars above. Flickers not with confidence, but almost with defiance. Still kicking after all these years. From this height, the city stretches east and west like 2 versions of itself. In one direction, the old port and the low rooftops of working-class Montreal, brick and smoke and church steeples. In the other, the glass towers of the new city rise, clean, bright, self-conscious, their reflections rippling in the river below. Somewhere between them, the sign hovers, loved and laughed at, both relic and mascot. It's kitsch now, people say, a nostalgia brand, an Instagram backdrop, yet standing here with the red glow warming the cold metal beneath your hands, it feels more like a thought that refuses to die. Hidden in the shadows amongst the girders beneath it, you watch with curiosity as the Nosferatu you've been trailing, Thomas Welch, meets with another kindred you don't know. Both are fairly young. The Nos nothing more than a neonate with but a few months of darkness under his belt. The other one, while perhaps a bit more seasoned, is still a child. What's going through your mind, Kellen, as you stand here watching them?
My hunt continues. This Thomas apparently may have information about the ambush that took Asher from me. And I will get the information I need one way or another.
You watch them exchange words. You watch him pull out some sort of portable computer, which he taps at for a little while. They speak amicably, like people who are about to perhaps soon become friends, but for now, this is a business transaction. In time, the young woman thanks him and turns, without ever noticing you, and heads down the stairs, and Thomas Welch is left up there alone, looking out at the city. What do you do?
How far down is he?
Not very far down. You are basically, there's like just like a one floor little cabin here that you're kind of hidden on underneath the sign, and he's on the rooftop proper, so you're about a floor up. Maybe 10 feet, 12 feet up.
Well, I hate to be gauche, but can I ambush him?
You can absolutely try. Give me an dexterity, agility, what's it called in this game, and dexterity and stealth.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and rouse the blood.
Yes, please give me a rouse check.
I do get hungrier. Come on. Demiplane, get it together.
Damn it, Demiplane.
That is 3 successes.
Excellent. He doesn't seem to detect you. He appears to be maybe a little overconfident that the place is clear. He packs up his computer and puts it in his backpack, and with one last look at the city, starts heading towards the door that will lead him to stairs down. And that's when you can ambush him. What would you like to do? How do you go proceed about doing that?
If you'll allow it, storyteller, I think what happens is he turns for that door and I am standing in the doorway.
Absolutely, 100%. He goes, ugh! And he backs away, and you see him kind of for a moment stare at you really hard, and you guess that he's trying to figure out if you're maybe a security guard or something like that, but then he totally grasps that he's facing something that he hasn't really faced before, and he takes another step back and he goes, who the hell are you?
I will smile and show him my fangs.
Right, that still doesn't tell me much. It just tells me what you are. Who are you?
You don't need to know my name, Thomas Welch.
Yeah, you know mine. He's looking around, and you can tell that he's kind of like looking for an escape route, but there's really only kind of like throwing himself off the building, and you don't think that he's got the gumption.
Do it. Unless you've got the balls for it, but then I'll just pick your broken body up off of the concrete.
Oh, God. You know my name, so you're looking for me. What can I do for you?
From what I hear, you have a very interesting past.
Oh, you know, I've dabbled here and there, but it's really not as interesting as what's going on now. I mean, everything kind of pales in comparison, wouldn't you think?
There is nothing quite like this power, is there?
I don't know about power. It feels more like a burden right now than anything else, I'll be honest with you, but I mean, sure, it has a few advantages. What's this about?
Who do you run with, child?
No one.
I can see how that might make your unlife a little listless.
I'm making friends.
So I saw.
Do you know Claudia?
Do I know Claudia?
No. You assume it's the other vampire that was here moments ago.
No.
Are you here to make friends?
I can be.
Alright, so, you're going to have to give me more to work with, because you came to me and you're being all mysterious and stuff, and it's working. I'm just about to shit a Miata, but
A Miata, that's very specific.
Yeah, look, information, I guess, is what you're after. I mean, it's kind of what I do.
Does he actually finger guns me?
Yeah.
Oh, you poor sweet child.
Yeah, I'm kind of new to this.
You smell green, kid. Oh my God.
That could be worse. Man, the places I've been living. Whew. So yeah, what can I do for you? Tall, dark, and
what?
Dangerous.
What if I told you that the power you have been given at your age, you have barely scratched the surface?
I say it sounds like you're about to try to sell me something.
Call it a trade.
Okay. What's that gonna cost me?
I need to know about your time with Aegis.
Oh, god damn it. Look, I was just a pencil pusher. I just took information from one place, changed it so that people could understand it, and made sure it was well organized over in that place. I didn't run around and kill anyone. I didn't shoot anyone.
Boy, I have killed more people in the past 2 weeks than you have likely ever seen in your lifetime. So.
Yeah.
You say you're just a pencil pusher.
Was. I'm no longer.
I certainly hope not. That would make your unlife decidedly more complicated.
Yeah.
But that information that you likely still carry in that little head of yours is valuable for someone like me.
Hey, Aegis is barely in town anymore. They've pulled back. There's a lot of interference from the government, from fucking Vatican. They got into trouble after that stunt they pulled in the metro, and as far as I can tell, they've basically evaporated into almost nothing. And then they got hit on the Seven Sisters Island, and they're just not a factor right now, sir, ma'am. So, like, I don't know how I can help you. I don't have contacts there.
Oh, come now. If there's one thing I know about Nosferatu, it's that you can get into just about anything.
Yeah, that's what people keep telling me. I don't really know a lot of Nosferatu. Like, I got bitten by some fucking thing that crawled out of the sewer after some of our guys fucked with some of your guys. And yeah, now I'm here. I don't like, if you have some questions, if you have something specific you want to know, I can see if I can find it. But give and take, maybe, like quid pro quo and all that.
I need to know about an ambush that happened a while back.
You have to be a bit more specific. They did a lot of those.
I will give him as much detail as is necessary regarding the operation that took Asher.
Yeah. East End, right? Near the refineries. I remember that. It was part of a special project. They were testing out a blood thinning drug they wanted to use against, I almost said you guys, but looked like it worked. Results were pretty positive. Most of the team got wiped. Oh, I knew I'd seen you before. You were on that drone footage that those kids got. You killed the two of them in like the blink of an eye after they shot those kids. I remember. That was you. This personal thing?
Incredibly.
Well, this is a good news, bad news kind of situation. Good news is I know who the members of the team are. Bad news is they're all dead. The team that was handling the drugs and the trial, they all got wiped out by, again, I almost said one of you guys, but one of us, I guess. They all got wiped out by one of us. A lick called Armada or something like that. She killed everyone on Seven Sisters Island. They had kidnapped a whole bunch of kindred, including Claudia, the woman I was just talking to. She had been, that's how we met, she had been taken by Aegis. And this Armada person came in and just slaughtered all of them. They all got.
Storyteller, is he lying to me?
I don't know. What are you doing to tell?
I figure wits and insight.
Have you powers? Go ahead and roll that. Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
You know what? I will. Well, unless do you want me to rouse the blood again, or are we in the same scene? And
You're in the same scene. You're in the same scene.
Cool. My wits and insight is okay. It's not great, but it doesn't suck either. That is 6 successes with a crit.
You honestly think he's too afraid of you and has nothing to gain by lying to you.
As well he should be.
Mm-hmm. After he recognized you, like he got smaller, if that's possible, and he's kind of they're all gone. I'm sorry if that's not satisfactory, but that's the data.
And who else is left?
Right now, not a lot of people. They got mostly surveillance guys in the area. They're keeping an eye. Like I said, the government came in, pulled them back. Now there's this rumor of this unit from the Vatican that's here in town. I don't know, it's a huge fucking mess right now. No one knows what's going on, and
all the better
it's
for
a
me
fucking
then.
powder keg. It's a powder keg, let me tell you.
Well, you said they weren't much of a unit left. It sounds like they're on their way out.
Look, Aegis is huge. Aegis is worldwide. They're a corporation that have been around for a very long time, and Aegis doesn't disappear off the map. They're regrouping, figuring out their next move. They got their nose bloodied in Chicago, and all it did was give them the opportunity to go nationwide. So I'm pretty sure that they're just biding their time. If what you really want to do is kill yourself a few more of them, I think you'll probably have an opportunity at some point. But right now they're very, very low key.
Then perhaps you should utilize that, and they'll nod to the little laptop strapped to their side to get me a couple of names.
I think we've reached a quid pro quo part. And he says the last bit with like a question mark, like like a good Canadian would.
Like a good Canadian. When did you say you returned?
2 months ago.
Oh, you're fresh.
Yeah. Our guy's pissed off. Some of the Nosferatu when they raided the ShrekNet thing, and well, they came back for vengeance.
The only thing that really matters in the little society that you are now a part of is power. Power of the blood, power of your mind.
Information is power, they say, right?
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, power is power. I know someone who has, I don't want to say connections exactly, but he is very good at what he does. He can help you navigate how to survive. Now you can do this lone wolf thing if that is really what you want. But the way I live with my pack, what's left of them, well, that's going to be something far more fulfilling.
Never been much of a lone wolf, more of a team player, at least. That's what my evaluations always said. I need friends. So you're willing to be a friend if you got more friends. I might be willing to, I don't know, what do you guys do? Go out for a beer? Or fucking what?
No, decidedly not. You haven't tried to drink anything since you've changed, have you?
Yeah. Man, I love milk. And he's got
Callum
this
makes a face at that.
sad fucking look on his face.
Come with me. We'll see if we can make something of you.
Do you have a name, or do I just call you sir?
Callan.
All right. Sir Kellen.
Sir Callan, I like that.
Oh, God. Created a monster.
I was already a monster kid.
I got nothing about that. Like, that's just hitting too close to home right now. I've got nothing.
Come on.
I'll come with. Hey, why'd you make that face when I mentioned milk as you disappear back inside me?
I'm not going to dignify that with a fucking answer.
Meanwhile, somewhere not atop a building, the old port shimmers with a brittled kind of light tonight. October light, thin, wavering, spilling across cobblestones still damp from the afternoon rain. Strings of bulbs hang over the night market, their glow soft and uneven, reflecting off puddles like tiny ghosts of summer. Stalls are ranged in a crooked line, each one pulsing with its own little island of sound. A busker's guitar, the hiss of oil from a food stand, laughter that never quite reaches its full shape before fading into the cold air. You, Miriam, move through it slowly, as though you're walking into someone else's dream. The scent, the popcorn, the sugary and fried beaver tail cakes, the roasting nuts are the same as before, but fainter now. Like a memory that's begun to lose its edge, its weight. A few years ago, you were here with Laurent, weaving between the stalls with paper lanterns in your hands, faces flushed from the warmth of mulled wine and the giddy certainty that the world was opening for you. Everything then had shimmered: music, breath, possibility. The scent of her hair filled your nose. The sweet taste of her lip balm lingered on your lips. And now the river's a strip of black glass behind you, swallowing the reflections of the market lights. The wind off the water bites through your coat. The laughter around you feels far away, like something playing from an old recording. You stop at a stall selling handmade jewelry, your fingers brushing over a silver pendant that catches the weak light. It reminds you of the one Laurent wore that night, gleaming softly against the dark skin of her throat as she leaned in to whisper something. Something that once felt eternal and that you can't quite remember now. Like so many things, the memory is lost to shadow. Music drifts slow and uncertain, and the crowd moves around you in blurred currents. The city feels both too alive and too hollow, every sound echoing in the space Laurent left behind. Above, the Ferris wheel turns with its usual indifferent rhythm, its lights flickering through mist. You watch it rise and fall against the bruised sky and feel for a moment like the port is sinking beneath your feet, slipping backwards into the water, into memory, into a time when things still glowed bright enough. The truth, of course, is that all these sounds are muted now by the sound of heartbeats and blood rushing through veins in the people around you. The light swallowed by the shadows in your wake, and the smell of spices and sugar replaced by the sharp metallic tang of blood. Blood that is the only satisfaction you find now. You catch yourself licking your lips as you idly wonder, what would Laurent's blood have tasted like? You shake that thought away. Or do you?
If I had drank her blood, it wouldn't have been for that purpose. It would have been to at least have some part of her in me forever. The stupid sentimentality. There isn't even enough of her left to bury or hold on to. maybe I regret a little bit not having drank from her, but only because now there's nothing left to keep.
Life has been very strange lately. From being left to die by Alexander and the rest of the group, being rescued in extremis by Renard and Vico, learning to live in your new state, meeting Fiona and traveling with her. She's tried to talk to you a little bit and kind of be of help to you. She's got a lot going on, difficulties with her sire. If you understand correctly.
Well, it seems there's a lot of that to go around.
You are just about decided to turn back, go back to Hurley's, the pub that Fiona runs where you've been hiding out, when you stop. Miriam, about half a block away from you, on the other side of a number of these little stalls and several dozen humans, you see Laurent. She seems lost. She's looking around as if searching for something or someone. What do you do?
It is that foolish sentimentality that pushes me towards her. All the while, that little voice in my mind is screaming, "It's not possible. It's not her. You're hallucinating. You're hungry. This is not her." But my body does not listen to that voice, and I'm weaving through the crowd to try and reach her.
Speaking of hunger, give me a rouse check.
Yeah. That is a success.
Excellent. You weave through the crowd. It seems to get denser. People stepping in front of you, jostling you. You see Lion still standing there looking around, completely confused, completely lost. You're about 30 feet away from her, maybe. She turns and her eyes lock with yours, and for a moment she seems surprised, and then she looks about to smile, and then you see horror start to seeping into her eyes. She starts to back away from you.
I move faster. I push harder through the crowd to try and reach her. Things are different now. If I can just explain everything, I don't have to be afraid anymore. It's fine. I'm with different people. If I can just explain, and that pushes me forward.
You rush towards her. People around you seem to be moving in slow motion. You yourself feel almost as if you're moving through water. Your limbs feel heavy. Everything is moving very slow. You reach out for her. She turns, disappears around the corner of a stall. You take a few steps further, and there's a courtyard there. There's an old building, probably some sort of municipal building or other, but there's an old colonial era building there. Lower hedges, a few spotlights. You see a table, wrought iron, one of those backyard, little garden tables made of wrought iron with the chairs that match. And while you don't see Lorraine there, you see a woman sitting there, drinking tea. She's dressed in blue, has striking red hair and glasses. She is very small and very fragile looking. And as you turn and look at her, she looks at you. Hello, Miriam. Would you like some tea?
That was a cruel trick.
Cruel, perhaps, but not a trick. Promise?
You have the advantage here. You know my name. I don't know yours.
I love having the advantage, don't you?
I haven't had the advantage much.
Well, we can change that.
Who is we, exactly?
Me and you.
Me and you.
Yes. Me and you.
And
Come,
who are
have a seat.
you?
Call me Kalome.
All right, Kome, I will sit, but you can keep your tea to yourself.
It's a very excellent tea. Oolong. She pours herself a cup. She has a little scone that looks like maybe it's raspberry or something, and she takes the daintiest little bit of it between her long red fingernails and eats it, and then sips a little bit of her tea. Everything about her is incredibly thin and small and fragile, and looks like she might shatter at any moment. I'm sorry, I'm sure that hurt a little bit, but, well, I just had to grab your attention.
I hear calling works.
Are you ready? Are you really in a accepting calls from stranger frame of mind?
That depends what you want.
To talk. Mostly, I am very interested in you, but I'm also interested in other people that you know. And that's where perhaps we can find a middle ground and find a way to help each other.
How is it you know me?
Miriam, I've been watching you since that house where 23 and 3 died. Well, not all of them died. A few of them were taken. But 23 and 3 of some of my closest friends went to visit you. They were an offering. They were a gift. A gift that was soundly refused. Very rude.
I had nothing to do with that.
Well, that's where you're wrong. You have everything to do with it because you were there. And you were there, and something terrible happened to you, and someone saw it fit to save you. And that, Miriam, means that you are important. Somehow. But, and this is perhaps a good thing for you. I'm not that interested in you. Not yet. I don't quite know where you fit into all this. However, the person who saved you had one I'm interested in. But he's hard to find. And so I would like you to help me find him. And in exchange, I will give you whatever your heart desires most, even if it's not your wife.
Why is it that you are interested in finding the person who saved me?
Well, it's not really germane to the discussion. I'm not asking you to evaluate my needs and objectives. I'm simply asking you to help me achieve them. I'm not asking you what you wish to do with what your heart desires most. I simply wish to give it to you. Let me ask you a question, Miriam. Are you
Sure.
familiar with the concept of repercussions?
Intimately.
What would you do to live in a world where there were no repercussions?
That is a very dangerous line of thinking.
Not at all. I mean, sure, yes, it is. But it's fascinating and it's very exciting, isn't it? You see, repercussions are what keep most people from achieving what they really want to achieve, or doing what they really want to do. Now, I understand that. Repercussions are nature's way of keeping things in line and where they're supposed to be. But when you get to the point where the repercussions no longer matter, then the whole world opens up to you, and the things that some might deem impossible. And as she says that, you realize that the entire street is empty. Food that people were holding drops to the ground, bottles shatter, music stops as instruments clatter to the floor. A world, Miriam, of possibility. And as you take that in, Miriam, Laura, are you still with us? Are you, Laura, taking your new friend back to your little lair? Or were you taking them somewhere else?
Oh, I figure it was best to have him meet the general, as it were.
The lot of you have been staying in this abandoned former inn, former bar / hotel in the Old Port, called originally the Standard Paper Company, and then it became the Standard, which is a bar. It's been closed for a while. You've managed to find your way in and have, as Alexander put it, set up quite a number of interesting booby traps around the area. You've made it a safe and secure haven. As you approach with your new friend, you see the telltale sign of Alexander being at the house. Now, Alexander, upon returning, is there anything you would have done whilst awaiting for Kellen to return?
Gotten the various weapons we have together.
This
Looked up
being
where this is.
This being Canada, there's not that much to be had. A lot of them are makeshift and so on and so forth. But you do have a few things. You've managed, by hook and by crook, to get a nice little tidy arsenal going, even if most of them are, scratch made.
And other than that, I wait impatiently.
Kellen, you approach with Thomas the house. You do see the little telltale sign that you leave for each other so that someone knows that there's one of you in the house. And Thomas is like, this is where you live? I mean,
Yep.
I could hook you up. It's much better.
Let's get you introduced first, and then maybe we can talk about it.
Am I going to get killed?
You survived this far, haven't you?
Yeah, but by the skin of my teeth, I don't mind telling you. It's been a rough going.
Can it really get much worse?
See, it's when you say that it usually does. So I'm just gonna...
Don't be scared.
That's my secret cap. I'm always scared. The door opens. You see Mathieu, but y'all just calling him Mathieu. The one remaining of the 23 and 3 that had came to you in the east side, his arm still emblazoned with the upside down triangle. He's changed now. He's wearing some sort of mechanic's overalls, and he seems to be clutching something that he's trying to hide behind his leg. Come on in. He's here. He opens the door for you.
I'll usher Thomas in ahead of me.
He's in the drawing room.
What are you hiding?
He said we had to be armed. And he shows you he's got like an axe.
All right. I'll lead Thomas in.
You hear Alexander footsteps approaching.
I turn, speaking and starting in the middle of the sentence before seeing Kellen. Good news, I found Anna. Who's this?
This is Thomas.
Hello, Thomas. Who's Thomas? Why is Thomas?
Oh, we're
Yeah,
getting very
I'm
existential this evening.
Yeah. This the general?
Yes.
Good morrow, sir, General. I am...
One, I was only a captain. Two, it was a very long time ago. And three, stop that.
Hi, I'm Thomas. I'm a Nosferatu, apparently.
Well, at least you have that figured out about your life. Or unlife, as it were.
Yeah, I was told that. He leans to you, Kellen goes, he scares me a lot.
You get used to it. Alexander, Thomas has been part of our little society for all of 2 months. He's very fresh, very teachable.
I see. And you want to learn?
I think what I said was I want friends, but I guess that's good too.
You want allies?
Allies kind of implies that there's going to be some sort of like war conflict thing, and I'm more of a stay-at-home kind of guy. Do I need allies? Is that like a thing? Can we just be friends?
Of all the time that we've been together, how much peace have we known as Canaanites?
I don't think anyone of our persuasion knows the word.
What's a Canaanite?
Some call
Will
us
do.
kindred. Some call us vampires. We call each other Canaanites. In time, you might even learn why.
I was just gonna ask, but I'll wait. I'm not doing very good, am I?
You are living
know
up
what?
to my every expectation for you.
Is that shade? Look, Sir General, Captain Sir, I don't mean to intrude, and I don't mean to be a pain in the ass. Humor is kind of just like how I'm dealing with, the horror that my life has become. But I'm fucking alone. I don't know anyone. My Sire made it a point. He wouldn't have said Sire. My creator made it a point to tell me that there was no help to be gotten and that I would suffer on my own until I died horribly. I just need friends. I just need, people that understand what I'm going through and kind of, and I got skills, I'm good with a computer. I know things. I used to work for Aegis. I can be.
So that's where you found him. You were on your little Count of Monte Cristo vengeance kick again, were you, Kellen?
What can I say? I'm determined.
It is unfortunate you were abandoned, and it is not a suitable way of creating others of our kind. We can teach you our ways. You can serve us with your skills, and in time you'll be blooded and true in our cause. If you're willing to work, and you're willing to sacrifice, and you're willing to stand up with us.
I don't feel like I'm being signed up for something here.
You expect to just have us be your friends and defend you and work with you and teach you for nothing?
Well, no, I would do the same for you.
And what do you think you teach me?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that you're probably not very comfortable with, and he lifts up the computer, and which is okay. It's normal for people of a certain.
I'm going to stop you right there before I have to hurt you.
Look, yeah, okay. Best deal I got all day. What do I need to do? Is there like a... I don't know.
We have rites and rituals, but you will not partake in them yet.
Oh.
We will see whether or not you can serve the cause. But you are being signed up for something.
Do I get to know what the cause is, or do I kind of just gotta...
Freedom.
I can get behind that.
The right to determine yourself. Your path.
Okay. I can jive with that. Why do we need to have weapons?
Generally, one has weapons when one is going to go kill someone. And someone deserves to be killed.
Okay.
We kill people a lot. We kill kindred even more.
Is that possible? Like, I thought only the sun could do that. Jesus.
Axes are great.
What about Van Helsing style, like a piece of wood through the heart? Does that kill you?
He really does know nothing, doesn't he?
Hey, look, this just happened, and the guy...
I don't have time to go through the complete vulnerabilities of our kind, though I'm sure we will in time. But no, a stake merely paralyzes.
Oh, okay.
You take the head from the neck, you set us on fire, you leave us out for the sun. All of those things are quite effective.
See? I'm learning.
I thrill at being your teacher.
Thanks.
There could be an extremely smart ass remark, but I really don't feel like fighting Alexander right now.
What can I do to help? First, I could get you some better digs. This place is a little like...
We're valuing discretion over comfort at the moment.
I get that. I'm down with that. Okay.
However, if you could secure us resources and keep things out of our way while we're here, that would be very useful.
Okay.
Also, if you could find any information available, including the layout of, I named the bar that Arkham is meeting, and the fourth wall.
I can totally look that up. So what do I call you, Captain General, His Regency?
You may call me Alexander.
Alexander.
Do not abuse the privilege.
I will not, sir. I'm Thomas.
Welcome, Thomas. You're going to have an excellent shot at actually living more than 3 nights.
Great. How about you two probably need to talk about me behind my back, so I'm just gonna go over there and...
oh no, if we want to insult you, we'll do it to your face. We're very upfront.
Oh, great. Okay. Let me get to work, and he takes this thing and he goes in a corner and he... Man, the Wi-Fi here sucks. Let's see what I can do about that.
What's a why? Never mind.
At least I have one dot in technology. Kellen watches this poor hapless baby canine kind of toddle over and get his little setup going. And like there's a tiny bit of a like trying really hard not to laugh and kind of failing.
Kellen.
Alexander.
Anabelle is meeting that Toreador Arkham that I did the rights to at the fourth wall. And by the way, Arkham betrayed us, so his head is up for the chop.
Good. Hated that fucker anyway.
But they're meeting soon, and I want to get the drop on them, and I want Anabelle.
Very well. What are you thinking? Do we want to shock and awe it, or are we going to do this quick and quiet?
I'd rather fight 1 canine instead of 2. So either we hit her coming in or going out. You get in one car, I'll get in the other. We'll box it in. We'll pull her out. And we'll murder her, just like old times.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Do you want her soul?
Yes.
You can have it. I've heard her voice plenty. I don't need it in my head. Arkham, however, if we meet him, is mine.
Not opposed to splitting the quarry.
Excellent.
So that's a negative?
A negative what?
I mean, there's no plan for the place. The place doesn't even exist. But when I look up the address and I look up the plans of the buildings around it, there's a negative space there. So I'm assuming it's there, but it's hidden.
Deleted from the records?
I don't even know that there were records. I can't find traces of it having been deleted. It's like the place is a ghost place that's never existed. Like they built it but forgot it.
Not a fan of that. This smells funny.
Hence, while we're not going in, we're waiting outside.
Well, there's an alley out back, and then there's Saint Denis Street up front. So if you want to do the whole, 2-car Kansas shuffle.
God damn it. I swear to God, Blake.
That's just for you.
All right. Well, that changes nothing.
There is one street camera, one CCTV camera. It's further down the street. It's about a block down, so it's not super useful.
Neutralize it.
Done.
See, you're already earning your keep.
Good boy.
I don't know why that doesn't make me feel good, but yeah, okay. Okay, do I go with you?
Sure. You can ride with Kellen.
Awesome.
You
Shotgun.
brought it.
Come.
You bought it.
Do I look like I'm complaining? I'm having a great time right now.
It's all in the eyes.
Come on, puppy.
Do you do anything in preparation? Do you bring anything specific with you?
Kellen has a very large machete that they favor.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. Because feral weapons are also a thing.
Can I have taken some old liquor bottles and made some petrol bombs?
Sure.
You Molotov cocktailing it?
If Molotov a car, the car is a good way of making the car not that hospitable.
That's who said, you know what, that'll do it.
Alexander's old school,
Classic.
How about a little fire, Scarecrow?
You pack up your machete, your Molotovs, your Nosferatu, and head downtown into the area known as near the plateau where the Saint Denis Street and the fourth wall is. And as you're driving there, back in the old port, Miriam, the entire area around you is now deserted. Food and instruments and bottles and what have you is cascading to the floor and crashing and cracking and breaking. And all of a sudden it's very, very quiet. And you get a whiff of Laurent's perfume that just wafts across your nose.
Stop that.
You're doing it. I'm simply picking up what you're thinking about.
I don't know what you think you know about me, but I'm not a rat or a traitor. I'm not exactly keen to give up the person who saved my life.
I can respect that. Would you be willing to give me 24 hours of your time so that I can show you a few things? And then you can decide if you want help or not.
24 hours.
24 hours.
And if I don't like what I see?
I mean, I could turn you inside out and make your bones your flesh and your flesh your bones, but I won't do it if you don't want to help me.
How
I simply
generous
won't
of
give
you.
you anything in return. You tell me. What is it that you would wish for? If you decided to help me and I told you that, she gestures around her, the whole world was your oyster. Do you even know?
If I like what I see, you'll find out.
A little mystery, I like that.
Well, you can't be the only one with cards in your hand. 24 hours. That's all you get.
Starting now. And the street around you fills up again with everyone sort of confused, not too sure what just happened, looking down at what they dropped, looking at each other. And then the strangest thing happened where they look at each other and just sort of all walk away. They'll be alright after a good night's sleep. They'll probably have troubled dreams, but then who doesn't have troubled dreams in this city?
Yeah, well, that's no party trick you just did. You must be strong.
When repercussions are no longer a worry, the whole world opens up to you.
Show me.
Girl, tell me, what do you know about your grandmother?
Nothing good. I'm presuming you mean the vampiric kind and not the human one.
Yes.
I don't know much. I know that my sire was having trouble contacting her.
Mm-hmm.
And then things got very complicated.
They tend to. I know for a fact that your grandmother contacted your sire, as you call them, and offered to take him in. I believe it was your sire who refused.
Yeah, well.
And then, didn't he have a part to play in your momentary disappearance?
Whether he had something to do with it or not, it wasn't him that got me out, so... I can't imagine I was all that important.
Well, I don't know too much about the proclivities of your kind, but in the past few months I've been interacting with a few of you and I've learned a few things, and I think that altruistic care is not usually default setting.
You would be surprised. You keep saying my kind. What are you exactly?
I am...
You'll have to forgive my ignorance. I'm still a bit new to all of this.
I'm a woman.
Mm.
No, it's not as fashionable as it used to be, but I've always been a woman. Continue to be a woman. It's not my original body, but...
Did you take this one?
It's complicated. Her name was Dr. Shaw. She very willingly found me and opened the door. Whether or not she came to regret it the last few minutes, well, Who amongst us has not had second thoughts? Cold feet at the last moment, but she's a little brittle, but very pretty. I never had red hair before. I knew this place a long time ago. I was here 1750s. Can you imagine that?
I wouldn't have been able to once upon a time, but now that seems just par for the course.
The real problem is the intervening years between then and now, which I spent in a place that was not very nice at all. And I think you maybe can relate to that. You were in a place that wasn't very nice at all. You were very lucky. They took you out quickly. Cast your mind back to being in that little dark space that you were in.
I really would rather not.
I'll multiply that by several thousands, and you're starting to get an idea of what I went through. But it's not a pity party. I'm just trying to explain that my view and understanding of the world around us is a little skewed.
I can understand that much.
The two of you have been walking and you approach a car, kind of a, not a limousine, but a very expensive, very big car. And a driver steps out and he's wearing a very nice tailored suit, and he opens the door and she says, "We'll go on a short drive. It's not very far. It's about an hour away from here, hour and a half away from here."
And where are we going?
Up north. The little cottage there. A few cottages, in fact. And what I want to show you is there. You know of Saint-Sauveur? And you know of Saint-Sauveur because you lived in Montreal all your life. Saint-Sauveur is a small village town that's built around the Mont Saint-Sauveur, the mountain, which is a ski, a very well-known, frequented ski hill here in Montreal, and it's kind of a little quaint little village.
I don't have my snow boots.
Oh, you won't need them. There's no snow yet. It's barely October. Unless you want snow. And as she says that, a few snowflakes drop down and land on your nose, and you have this strange experience of watching these snowflakes land on your nose and not melt.
No, best not disrupt the ecosystem while we're out.
No repercussions.
So you say. You
Jason.
still have a little less than 24 hours to prove that to me.
Well, no time to lose then, and she gets in. The driver.
I get in after her.
He closes the door, you start driving, heading north. If you were to come face to face with your sire again, what do you think you would do?
Why does that matter?
I'm curious. I am endlessly fascinated by how people's feelings about other people change based on the smallest of events sometimes.
Small. I wouldn't call what happened to me small. I don't know what I would do, but I don't want to see him ever again.
It's nice to want things, Miriam.
Wanting things is free.
Well, what would you like to listen to? We have Spotify.
Oh, please, put on your playlist. I have a feeling it'll tell me a lot about you.
This very somber, obscured heavy, classical music starts to fill the car.
Yeah.
And she looks at you and smiles. Is that what you expected?
Oh, something like that.
Whatever Miriam's favorite song is, plays.
Can you turn that off? You know, the seeing into my mind thing or feeling out what I'm feeling?
No. It's a gift and a curse.
Gift for you, curse for me.
I've seen things, Miriam, in other minds and in yours that, while they have very little impact on me, considering where I've been, would frighten most people. Did Alexander know about this dark little place inside of you when he took you?
He didn't know anything about me. He still doesn't know anything about me. I was just a child for him to make into his own image. Who I was didn't really matter.
Well, good thing you have options now.
If you can see into my mind, why is it that you can't find my savior yourself? Why do you need me at all?
There's a very long history there. But I guess we have time.
An hour-long drive.
Very well, I'll tell you a little bit about it, and then we will go to the cottage. Your grandmother's looking forward to meeting you. And then we will talk. And we will see exactly what little desire still inhabits Miriam Saft's heart after all the crushing and twisting and subjugating and lacerating that has been done to it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Music
Miriam's
turns
gonna sort of turn her gaze away and cast it out the window to watch the city as they drive by.
Music goes down and is not replaced by anything except silence. And she seems very content. On Saint Denis Street, Saint Denis Street is a very artistic kind of street. It has a lot of bars and shops and restaurants, but all with a very kind of somewhat bohemian atmosphere, a lot more than, it's not like a clubbing street, but even though it has a lot of stores and things like that, everything's got a bit more of a bohemian feel to it. And there's a university nearby, and the main theater, the Théâtre Saint-Denis, the main French theater in Montreal, is on this street. So it is very much a kind of artistic commercial area. The stretch of it where the fourth wall is, the bar, is on a very steep hill that leads up onto Sherbrooke Street. The hill itself is lined with these shops. You can see a tattoo parlor. There's a pizza shop, a double pizza shop. There's a secondhand vintage clothing store. There's no door. There's no bar. There's nothing that screams a fourth wall cabaret speakeasy anywhere. What do you do, the two of you, as you arrive in the area? I'll let you kind of decide how you approach and all that.
I flip on my burner phone and I call Kellen once I drive slowly past this place and see no sign of it.
What?
No front entrance, which means it's either through the alley or you draw a door in chalk and knock 3 times.
Well, it is a speakeasy, so.
Correct. Check the alley. You're better at that than I am.
Sir, yes, sir.
Don't call me sir. I work for a living now.
Is he always like this?
Yes.
Great. Reminds me of my boss. I had this boss at Aegis, District Manager S. Oliver. He had this thing for fucking Werther's Originals, but he was just like that.
It's great for you. Stay in the car.
I can pick locks.
It's like Kellen like gets out of the car, walks, hears that, pauses. 5 feet behind. If shit gets hairy, go back to the car.
Yes, sir. He follows you. He's very stealthy. You can tell that he's kind of almost fading into the shadows, like he hasn't quite mastered unseen presence yet, but he's trying.
He's getting there.
You step out, start walking through the alley. You can definitely see like a number of doors now. I don't know if this is particular to Montreal at all, but a lot of these businesses, when they have the alley, there's like a number of doors and there's just a number. There's no sign or sort of anything else. There's just a number hand painted usually on it. You go through it and you're looking for 1176 and you see 1174. And then after that, 1178, and there's no door in between. However, there is like a little alley that goes in. And it's very strange because it looks like it's just the 2 buildings should have been built like this, but they weren't. They kind of like they're like this for a while, and then they go like this, and then they open up. And there's a little bit of an alley. There's like an asphalt walkway. It's kind of overgrown with weeds right now, and all you see at the other end of it is a light that's very clearly kind of an LED light. It's red, but it's made to kind of resemble a sort of Victorian era gas lamp.
I will relay that via burner phone to Alexander.
You're
muted,
unfortunately.
I drive to the other end of the alleyway, opposite of where she parked her car.
You drive there, no problem. By this point, it's about 1 a.m. The area, because it's Montreal, still pretty active. A lot of people coming and going. The alley's quiet. But the main street still has a lot of people kind of walking around and coming and going to the bars and whatnot. The bars and places are open till at least 3 in the morning, so there's always kind of a lot of foot traffic in the area.
I text Kellen. Anabelle will know me on sight. She's less likely to know you. Do you want to go inside?
Might as well.
scream if you need anything.
You walk to the end of the little alleyway. There is a door there. You couldn't really see it very well from the alleyway, but as you approach, you can see the outline of it in the brick of the wall, near where the lamp is. And you see a small plaque, very, very small plaque, that just reads Detective Agency.
Corny human bullshit.
Sometimes these places have like a storyline, you know, like you'll walk in there and it's like a bar, but then in the menu there'll be things hidden on the floor, and you kind of like, you know, if you go through the storyline, maybe you get like a free drink or something. Like, it's a lot of fun.
I do not care.
You do remember what fun is, right?
Yeah.
Oh. You just don't like it.
Not when I'm on business, kid.
No. Okay. Let me know if you need help.
Just keep your fucking wits about you. Don't make me regret bringing you into the fold.
Yeah. I'm lookout. And he turns around and he looks down the alley.
Oh my god. Kellen briefly pinches the bridge of their nose between thumb and forefinger in the facsimile of attention headache, even though they haven't had a headache in like, I don't know, 4 decades. And I will make for the bar.
So when you get there, there's no handle, there's nothing. There's just, you can see the outline of the door and the brick. Like a cutaway, but there's no handle, nothing. What do you do?
Push.
You push. It doesn't move.
Okay. Is there some sort of is it one of those speakeasy things where you have to knock and give a fucking passcode? I hate this. I hate this so much. I will knock.
You know, it sounds like brick. Not like a door, or like, you know, it sounds like you're knocking on a brick wall.
Okay. Storytellers, this is some occult bullshit. I swear to God, if I actually have to draw a door in chalk and knock 3 times, I'm gonna drive to Montreal and I'm gonna kick you in the shins.
A lot of my players say stuff like that. Like, I don't know if I should start taking that personal. A lot of my players are like, I have a passport and a fuel-efficient vehicle, Bleak.
I'm coming for your kneecaps, motherfucker.
Oh, Claire. You okay back there?
Yes, thank you, Thomas.
Did you try pushing?
Yes.
Okay.
What's the okay, so the no hinges, no actual like seam of a door. What about the actual like detective agency sign? Is there anything funky on that?
What do you do? You look at it, you touch it, what do you do?
Yeah, general sort of like inspection.
When you grab it, you notice that one of the screws is kind of loose and it kind of swivels down.
Yeah. Is there anything under the placard?
There's a little switch.
Poke.
And you poke it. You hear a click and then a slight rumble, and then you can see that the door is kind of loose.
And now I push.
It doesn't go anywhere.
Oh my God. Is there an investigation check I can make for the intricacies of this goddamn door?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want, you can absolutely give me wits, and yeah, I guess investigation would work.
Doors, man, every time. It's always doors.
Or bridges. Bridges are bad.
Or bridges. I'm gonna willpower that. That was bullshit.
Great.
2 successes.
Use a night move on the door.
Yeah, no. Give me a night move. Fuck that.
You figure you could try pulling.
Yeah, we'll do that.
You slip your fingers in the crack and you pull, and the door swings out towards you.
Are we looking at dark, inky blackness, or we've got like gaudy ass red neon on the inside too?
You have a brick wall. There's a brick wall behind it.
There's a brick wall. Okay. Can I carry? Can I use another night move for this? I don't fucking know, please.
Don't spend a night move for this. Like, you're sitting there and then you feel Thomas.
What the fuck is this?
Wow. This place really doesn't exist. I mean, can you? And he puts his ear to it. I can kind of hear music. It sounds kind of like it's coming through a telephone or something. You know that kind of distant sound?
Hmm.
What the fuck's going on? I mean, all right, just punch through it.
You know what? That's fair. What? That strength and athletics?
Strength and athletics.
That's a lot of dice. Five successes?
You punch through that wall, and the first thing you realize is that it's not just a wall of brick. There's a lot behind it, but as you punch through it, a huge chunk of it shatters and sort of gets pushed in, and you realize you've gone through, like, there's a stone wall behind it and then brick that was laid in front of it, and the brick shatters and the stone shatters and opens up, and you get this kind of rush of air and you can see darkness, and the sound of the music doesn't get any louder, but you do get this kind of musty air that sort of wafts over you.
What the fuck is this building?
Is it always this fucked up?
Yes, but also no.
Meanwhile, back at the car, Alexander, you're sitting there waiting. You haven't heard for a while. You hear a loud crashing, cracking sound, like someone, I don't know, took down a wall or something.
I suppose I get out of my car and I start walking towards the alleyway I saw them go down.
You get out of the car, and as you're locking in about to go down, you hear a voice that you recognize. You must have felt it too, haven't you, Alexander?
I turn and look at the voice. Who do I see?
You see a woman with wild hair and wilder eyes. You recognize Mosaic, the Tremere elder of the Sabbat from Quebec City. One of the three elders, along with Anabelle, who has disappeared.
It's been a while. What
Yes.
are you doing here?
I have questions.
I bet we both do. Let's trade them like baseball cards.
She's really weird. She's just like constantly like kind of like really like someone that's high. She's just always been really kind of weird. Okay, I don't understand that analogy, but I'm willing to play along. My first question is, you felt it too, haven't you? That pull in the blood?
I have felt the call of the elders to their pointless little war. Yes.
Yeah, I have also.
How nice.
Hmm.
Where do your loyalties lie?
Oof, where they've always lied, right at my feet. Alex, if I felt it and you felt it, why hasn't she? Why is she still here? She's older than the two of us by far. Why is she still here?
Maybe the math isn't that simple. Maybe she refuses just like we do. Maybe she has a secret decoder ring. I don't know.
Alex, please. No need to shout. Standing right in front of you. The city's gone. Quebec's lost. There's a group of anarchs from further south, the States maybe, call themselves the Reap. They came in and started slaughtering whoever was left from among our people and trying to claim the place. It's gone, Alex.
You can't sharpen the sword without losing some of the steel.
Not a lot of steel left. We're kind of down to the nub now, and unless you're planning on shucking oysters.
Every single time I have one of these conversations, it's always the same conversation. Despair. All is lost. Despair.
I'm not
all
in
shall
despair.
Be defeated.
Ooh, I may not be as fervent as you are, sweet Alex, but I am not in despair. And the fact that I have roused myself and left my throne of blood to come here to see you shows that I am not in despair. I am not despondent. I am looking for a way forward, and you, my dear sweet Alex, I think represent the way forward. I'm here to help you.
And what do you see in dear old me?
Well, I see all the good things about your sire and only some of the bad ones.
I'm touched.
Remains, we need to find her to ask her why she's still here. Because if her new friends have an answer, a cure for this, a way to circumvent this call, I would very much like to know about it.
Enlightened self-interest?
Let's just say I would rather keep on fighting than just go die. The news is not good, Alex. It's terrible what's happening out there. Like, we thought we were strengthening ourselves, but we were just fattening ourselves. And it's bad. And when they're done over there, they're going to want to come over here. And when they come over, there's not going to be anywhere else to go. This is sort of, the final frontier, the western horizon.
So you want to fight?
Not
Good.
until I have to, but when I have to, I plan to make a good standing of myself.
They will rise, and then the Dark Father will rise, and he shall hold them to account.
When you say things like that, it really makes me want to believe.
What other choice do you have?
None, otherwise I wouldn't be here.
Where's Anabelle?
I don't know, but I can find her. I did bring some friends. And she points behind, and you can see 6 or 7 other members that you recognize from the old stomping grounds in Quebec City. They're very eager to follow you.
I'll endeavor to be worth following.
Oh, sweet Alex, I do not doubt for one second that you will be a marvelous leader. You always had that fire in you. Now.
It's called conviction.
Oh, is that what it's called? Sounds burdensome. Are you it? Is this all that's left? Where are Asher and Roz and Kellen?
Kellen is here, along with another, very new. The rest have left, or been taken, or are dead.
Sounds like things have been rough.
Not exactly a walk through the garden, no. Now, if you don't mind, Kellen
I don't
just
mind
made a massive...
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking me if I was minded Kellen. I don't mind Kellen. I've always found Kellen. They're a little high-strung, but nice
I prefer
enough.
to think of them as dedicated.
That sounds burdensome also.
I suppose we all have our crosses to bear.
To each his grief.
Now, if you don't mind, there's been a crashing,
Oh, is that what I
breaking
heard?
noise.
Oh, I should have known that was Kellen. That had Kellen written all over it. Can I come with you?
I am in no position to stop you or your friends, so why don't we find out? And if you can find Anabelle, I'm very interested.
She lifts up her hand, and around her wrist is a small chain, and it goes to some kind of glass jar that's got gold capped at both ends, and you can see blood moving inside. Oh, I can find Annabelle.
Is she nearby?
Well, I haven't tried yet. I was waiting for you. We're gonna
Let's
need...
go get Kellen and make sure she's not being swallowed up by an abyss or something like that.
Kellen's way too tough.
Right.
The two of you go walking down the alley. Kellen, you and Thomas are staring down this hole, and it's pretty clear that what you're looking at is like a furnace room or something. Do we have the right address? Do we have the address upside down or something?
Okay, so we've come into the boiler room, basically.
Yeah.
I would like to activate Eyes of the Beast and get a better look inside.
A lot of dust, a lot of grease, tools. This is a very standard, still functioning boiler room.
Cool. Is it empty? Is the important question.
Empty to there's no one in it, but there's stuff.
Yeah, empty of actual physical creatures.
Yes.
Great. I'll do another good kick to like make the hole like slightly more person size. Like I'm not trying to create a door, but something that I could like grab hold, swing myself through.
As you kick, you see Alexander and Mosaic, of all people, coming down the little alley. And Alexander, you see Kellen making a hole bigger in the wall.
Masonry is not one of your skills, is it, Kellen?
No.
Demolition more your style.
You know what my clan is, Alexander. It's kind of our whole purview.
Fair.
Do we know what your clan is? We could verify if you want. Double check.
Mosaic.
Yeah.
Not now.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Did you find a speakeasy, or I stick my head in the hole and I go, or did you find a boiler room?
Likely a boiler room to a speakeasy. I don't know if you can hear the odd, tinny Victrola sounding music.
You do.
Mosaic, please
She's
let us know if she's in here.
She's not. This is very strange. This is a boiler.
Use your words. How is it strange?
Strange. It's Anabelle has strange friends now. I have quite a story to tell you. But perhaps I try and figure out where Anabelle is first, and then on the way there I tell you the strange story. Hello, Kellen.
Hello, Mosaic.
I was sorry to hear
What are
about
you-
Asher.
Kellen says nothing.
That's Thomas. Thomas is occasionally useful and often embarrassing.
Hello, Thomas. You are a sprout. He's like deer in the headlights, just staring at her. Not talkative. Corey is with us. Kellen.
Corey.
Yeah, just thought I'd warn you. I was in the alley back there with the others. Just a few that I could round up. It's been a rough time. But
Refugees from Quebec. Quebec has fallen to the Anarchs. What little Sabbat were left there.
We had the visit recently of an unlikely alliance of a member of the Black Hand and an Alaster from the Camarilla who were looking for Anabelle. Armada, do you know her? She was the Black Hand member. They were looking for Anabelle. They were working together for some absurd reason. I had a nice chat with them, but they weren't very friendly.
Last I
No.
heard, she was in the Middle East.
Well, no. She looks like someone who had been there, though. She wasn't right. Her brain, very, very messed up.
Coming from you, that means something. Do tell us where Anabelle is.
Oh, yes. If you'll give me a moment. And her robes, like just kind of removes everything, rolls up her sleeves and starts pulling out stuff, and she draws chalk, and she brings out a bunch of little things. She starts burning stuff, and she draws on the floor, and she's doing this whole production thing. And eventually she takes that little jar of blood that she's got around her wrist, and she opens it, and she upends it, and she starts to draw on the ground with it. And as she does, she's speaking arcane words, and you can feel this kind of strange energy that's flowing around. And as she finishes with the blood on the ground, she's drawn this strange symbol that you don't recognize. She caps the rest of the blood off, and then she moves the chain, and it kind of moves it to the center of the thing, and then holds it up and starts to spin it. And it spins, and the blood inside spins inside of it. And as you look closer, you notice that the blood is actually going in the opposite direction of the bottle as they spin. And as they spin and spin and spin, eventually the bottle slows down, and the blood that's going in the counter movement slows down. And eventually it stops. It's very rigid, and it points in a direction. She looks to the ground. North.
So not here.
She was here. That's why it was confused for a little while. She has been here a lot and was here very recently. Maybe as recently as tonight. This thing could barely decide. But now she has gone north.
Do your compatriots have transportation?
We have a minivan. It's electric, I'm told.
Good, you can follow us. We're going to go kill an old friend.
As we get nearer, I'd be able to give you more concrete information.
You'll get in the car with me. They'll follow. Kellen, bring up the rear.
One thing, Alexander.
One? Only one?
You know me well. I before you do whatever it is you're going to do to Anabelle, I really would like to ask her a few questions. I promise to leave more than enough to allow you to fulfill whatever base desire you're harboring right now, but I need to ask her some questions first.
Kellen, it's your kill. Are you amenable to that?
I suppose. If we are bringing in refugees and all.
Experienced troops, veterans, loyal.
Well, praise Cain.
Praise be to the Dark Father. Now let's get going.
Thomas says, the family's growing.
Thomas, never mind.
Mosaic says, I'm going to kill him.
Don't. He can do the clicky things.
Oh, then why didn't you say that in the first place?
I was going to say, do you know how to use a laptop, Mosaic?
What's a laptop?
Exactly.
I said he was sometimes useful and mostly annoying. That's the sometimes useful part.
I would like to point out that I figured out how to open this door.
Sometimes useful.
That point still stands.
A lot of you pile out, head to vehicles. You see amongst the group there a number of people that you remember. They are younger kindred, but some of them do have a little bit of experience among them. And you do, in fact, Kellen, spot Corey amongst the group.
Oh dear, what is that history storyteller?
He's Asher's child.
Yes.
They're Asher's child. I'll let you cogitate on that for a little bit.
Yeah.
As we head north, Miriam, the ride has been quiet.
Thankfully.
You've traveled up north, not a lot of traffic this time of night. You pulled off at Saint-Sauveur, but then went up into the mountains. And as you drove up, you noticed a series of, she called them cottages, but they're kind of elaborate for cottages. They all look the same. There's about 7 of them. In fact, there is 7 of them. They all look the same. And they look like very, very recent constructions. They're all in triangle form. These houses, they're triangular houses, and all the windows and the glass is all these different triangles of different sizes that are overlapped one on top of each other. Almost everything is made of glass, and you can see that there's warm light inside of all of them, and at the base there is a single square red door to each of them, and they're all kind of laid out in what you're sure is a very specific pattern, though it seems kind of random. Do you like our little cottage area?
Well, it's certainly extravagant.
I'll accept that.
Yes, well, it's a lot more glass than I thought would be here.
Don't worry. We've taken precautions for you. You won't be in any danger. There are a number of your kind here. We have friends from all over.
Friends.
Friends.
My grandmother being one of your friends.
Your... Sorry, your... Did you say grandfather?
Grandmother.
Okay. I was like, I wasn't sure if you meant grandma or if you meant your father.
No.
Yes, Annabelle is very much one of my friends. We've been working together very closely for several months now. Since December. Almost a full year.
I'm guessing that's why she's gone off the grid,
Yes.
abandoned her children.
Annabelle was never very, very motherly. We found common interests. I extended an offer to her and the other who ran their group, the other two. But only Annabelle seemed interested. And so she traveled here to join me. And we've been, well, thick as thieves ever since.
Well, that is interesting. But I still fail to see how this will prove anything to me.
Miriam, I think that you don't really need me to prove anything. I think you probably already know what you want to do. I think you're in the process of evaluating if it's too dangerous to say no, or if it's worthwhile to say yes. But I don't think anything I say or do specifically would convince you. However, since this is what we came here to do, I will endeavor to give you reason to want to help me. Your friend, the one that I wish to know about, I don't need to know much. I need to know his name. I assume you know his name.
Of course I know his name.
You can think it. It's fine. I can't read it in your mind. There's rules in place.
Oh, good.
I can call him the Rat King, but I can't read or know his real name. Long time ago. Do you like love stories, Miriam?
They've lost their appeal.
This one is an old one. A long, long time ago. I knew someone, a man named Ronaldo. It sounds hokey, but it was love at first sight. We were inseparable from the moment we met. We had so many things in common and saw the world the same way and had same aspirations and goals. We tried to help. There was something wrong in this area. We tried to help. When we failed, or when we were failing, I should say, Ronaldo decided to make the ultimate sacrifice and took the thing we were trying to cleanse into him. And it was going to kill him. This is what nature had intended. This is what was supposed to happen, but then one of yours, a woman of shadows from a distant country called Ines, took him, turned him, made him one of you. He's lost now. He didn't live long after. I didn't react well to his transformation, him no longer being human. Did you have to see your wife's reaction when she found out about you?
I don't think she had the time to really understand what had happened. I just know that she was scared.
She wouldn't have been able to understand no matter how much time you gave her.
Well, you don't know her like I did. So, if you're trying to bond with me, connect over the pain of our lost loves, I don't think that's going to help you the way you think it is.
Why is that, Miriam? Why do you care so little?
Care so little. She was everything to me. She still is everything to me, but she's dead now.
So
Dead
were you.
is dead.
So were you.
I am here. That's all. I'm dead and I'm here. She's not here. She can never be here again.
But what if she could be? You're not operating with enough of an open mind here. I've told you that repercussions are nothing to me. The laws of nature are nothing to me. I change the world however I want. I reach out and I pluck strands and I remodel them and I do what I want. Would you like to be 3 inches taller? Would you like to have larger breasts? Would you like to be a man? Would you like to have always been white or Asian? Or I can do all those things. I can change things about you that didn't even exist 50 years ago. I can alter your parents. I can alter their parents. I can change things that happened in other countries that somehow had an impact on you that you've never even known.
And yet, here you are, needing me and my information.
And that should give you pause, because if I can do all those other things, and the only thing that is standing in my way is you, you should be worrying about what might happen if we're not friends.
I think you should remember who my sire is, as much as I resent him. He really beat that sense of freedom and self-determination into me. So telling me what to do isn't going to get you where you want to go.
What is,
And
Miriam?
I lost the most important thing in my life. So if you think I won't die just to get the last word in, you're wrong. I told you to convince me. Convince me that you're worth betraying my friend.
Very well. And she blinks. And the world around you shifts and changes. Everything around you turns to ash. Everything around you crumbles, decays, rots away in mere moments. People, buildings, trees, animals. The stars start to wink out. There's this intense, unbearable sense of emptiness around you. And you hear her voice as she says, "This is the mind of Ronaldo. This is the dreams he has right now, as he still exists and lives in this city, watching over it as he always has. And this poison in his mind that you see around you, this decay, is spreading throughout the minds of all those who live in the city. It is causing them to hate, to care little for their environment, their neighbors, place where they live, and slowly, the city is rotting away because their dreams are rotting away. You know what it's like to have your dreams turn to rust, to rot, to decay into nothingness. How it robs you of your will to live, your will to change things, the will to see a better way. This is what is spreading. This is what I want to stop.
And why can't you?
Because the man you call your friend is the last in a very long line descended directly from Ronaldo. And while he lives, Ronaldo's spirit is trapped inside of him, and I cannot reach it to cure it.
Cure it.
Cure it.
And this cure will kill my friend.
Small price to pay to save all the other lives in this city and beyond. Small price to pay, Miriam, to find Lohan again, to find her having never suffered, having never known what you became, and to find you as you were before you met your sire. Meanwhile, Alexander, the lot of you are overlooking this strange campground with these cottages made of triangles overlapping one on top of each other. And there, in the center of all of it, as Mosaic says, "She's here." You see Miriam standing alone, hovering about a foot off the ground, arms out, in the middle of the place.
Outside, just hovering.
Outside, just hovering.
Is anyone around her?
Nope.
Kellen, is that who I think it is?
I was just about to ask you.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Well, at the very least, you chose well. She's clearly a stubborn little thing.
We're not alone. says Mosaic. And you feel the forest around you come alive. Things start to move. Shadows start to enclose you. Presence, low, menacing, rumbling, all around you, and down into the middle of the camp. Slowly, Miriam starts to spin on herself. And then, my friends, it's where we are going to end tonight.
Yeah, well.
Our first episode of the Exalted Few. Perhaps fewer and fewer as things go along.
I don't expect to survive this shit. What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
The power of positive thinking.
Power of positive thinking. My friends, thank you so much.